In this Builder CSS Layouts and Patterns course, we're going to be looking at the accordion and how we go about building something like this in Builder. So it's got some drop downs. You see the arrow is changing direction. It's got some content in there. Let's get building. Alright, so here we are in the Builder Studio. The first thing we want to do is create a page, and we'll just create a single page there, and I'm just going to call this Accordion Demo. In that page I'm going to create a bunch of divs, but first let's just get some hierarchy going here. We're going to call this Accordion. Sorry for my spelling. Alright, so we've got Accordion there. Let's create another div inside of that one. We're going to call this Accordion Item. We'll create another div after that. And we're going to call this Accordion Header. And we'll put that in my item. And I'll create one more div in that, and I'll call this Accordion Title. And I'll do one more and call this Accordion Toggle. Now I'm going to take my title and put it in the header. So right now we've got our accordion item, our accordion header, and inside that accordion header is our accordion toggle and our accordion title. Close that. Let's go back to our accordion. We're going to create another div, and we will call this Accordion Content. And as you see, it should look just like that when you're done with that part. Okay, so accordion item, accordion header. Inside that accordion header is a toggle and a title. And then below the header, inside, just under the item, is the content. So let's go start giving these things some classes. So our accordion, let's give it a new class. Let's call this accordion. We're going to do a few things. Now I already have these made out, so it should be a little easier. It'll speed up some time. So the first thing I'm going to do is give it a border. I'm going to give it a border bottom color of transparent and a border radius of 4 pixels. Now you can do whatever you want here. This is just something that was already pre-laid out. So we'll save that and we'll get out of there. Alright, so now let's come to our accordion item. Click on this primary style class and we'll call this accordion item. That accordion item, okay, we're just going to give it a simple border box bottom 1 pixel solid. Save it. You can see it took. Close it out. There, good. Now let's come over to our header. I want to take the header. Let's give it a style class. In that, we're going to align items to the center. Going to give it a display flex. I'll make a cursor pointer and padding 16 pixels. There we go. Close it out. We've got it. Let's come over to our toggle now. give it a class, primary, and then the toggle, we're going to give it a margin right of 12 pixels. Close it out. Let's go to our title. Add a style class. Let's edit it. And in that title, all we're going to do is just say flex 1. So it stretches. Okay, now that we have that, let's go to our accordion content. Give it a primary style class, go in there. Let's edit that. And we're going to give it a border top of 1 pixel solid. And we're going to get padding of 16 pixels. All right, now that we have those, we're going to need 2 other utility classes here. And these utility classes are going to help hide and expand our content. So, from our items, we're going to go here and we're going to add a utility style class. And we're going to call this accordion item collapsed. And what we'll do there, okay, is we're going to say display none. Alright, so you see it disappears. Now, for the sake of argument, I'm just going to delete that, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add another one. Accordion item expanded. Add that, and from there, what we're going to do is we're going to say display block. Save it. We can actually delete that for right now. It's not important. Okay, so now that we have an accordion, we have a few things. We got our header, our toggle is what I want to handle next. Now, just so we can see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just make this 15, 15, and I'm just going to give it a basic color just so we can see it, right? And if we come up to preview, we can say accordion demo, set live, and now we see it, right? All right, so let's come back here, back to our studio. All right, so we know we have our toggle. Now we need a title. Well, our title's going to live in there. So let's come over here and let's just add a heading to it. And I'll make it an H5. And let's go heading 1. All right. Now in our accordion content, we're going to need some text as well. So we'll take some text. We'll throw it in there. Well, this is accordion content. All right, so now we got a heading, and we've got some content in our area, in our accordion content. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we need to set up some actions. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we want this toggle, this button right here, to basically show and hide this content. So the first thing we're going to need to do is come over to our flows, and we'll come to a new flow, and we're going to call this expand. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go collapse. I don't really need that. Expand. cannot type expand content. All right. So we've got this right here. And the first thing I want to do is actually, I'm going to call this expand content 1. And you'll see why I do that in a second. Set an action. We're going to toggle a style class. All right. Now we're going to toggle the expanded on the content. Now it's not doing anything right now because you can see it, right? But if we come over here to our accordion content, add the utility class of collapsed, we should be able to come over to our accordion. Oops, hold on. Hit this button. Oh, I need to give it an event. So on the click, we're going to say expand content 1. And that's just going to toggle that. So we can come back over to our project and we can see once we click this now, it's expanding that. And if I want, I can come over to this content area and let's just give it a background, something lighter so we can see that in action. And there we go. So we're toggling. Really that simple. It's just a lot of duplication at this point. So we already have our accordion item and our accordion content. The next thing we'll want to do is we need another item. But with that said, let's do this. Let's add another item. We'll duplicate this one. Whoops. Okay. Duplicate it. All right. Put it below that. All right. And just to be clear, we'll go 1 and 2. I want to take that. I want to duplicate it. All right. So I'll do the same thing with this. I'll call 1 and 2. And I'm just going to keep it going. We'll duplicate it. Duplicate it. Take this down here. And we'll call this 3. And we'll call this 3. Okay, so we've got our accordion with 3 items in it. And we can just change this so we know. And at this point, we can look at it, but we're going to notice something. These 2 don't work, and this one does. And that is because we need to come in here and set these triggers. So our flows, we have 1 expanded content. We need to duplicate that. And we need to duplicate it 2 more times. So we can come in here to the copy, 2, whoops, 2, duplicate it 1 more time. We come to this flow. We'll say 3. Okay. So now we've got expand content 1, expand content 2, expand content 3. So when we go into expand content 2, we're going to notice something. It's already got the item expanded on it, and that's fine. That's just triggering the event. But we need to change the element that it's on. And in here, I'm going to go content 2. And then over here, we'll click on expand content 3. And we'll say content 3. So now let's come back over to our elements. And when we have this toggle, we're going to go to events, on click, expand content 2. We'll come down to our toggle on our 3rd item, and we'll say expand content 3. So now let's go look at it and see if it works. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're getting somewhere now. Now, from the page body, I just want to do a few little things real quick. I'm going to flex it. I'm going to make it centered, and I'll center it. Now, with the item here, I want to give it some size. So let's say 250. And maybe 350. And so now we've got that. I need to give it some spacing. We'll say 30 just to give it some room to breathe. And there we go. We got a heading, an accordion, and some content. Works great, super easy. You can edit all of these styles from here. Becomes really easy, really fast. When you have primary classes, it makes it super easy. We could say the height is 100, maybe way too big apparently. 40. I'm getting, what do we got here? Size, let's say 20. There we go. So because we're editing on that style class, it edits it all. And it's beautiful. Beautiful. Nicely easy done. Alright, now from here, you can really go in and do whatever you wanted style-wise. This is just a brief demo. It's easy to show you exactly how you can build an accordion in Bildr. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.